Hello, hello, hello. Oh, what was that? Pics gone everywhere. Doesn't matter. Does it matter? I don't think it matters. So it's breaking news. Not only the breaking news is I've dropped all the pics on the floor. I don't want that to happen. I need pics, plectra. They reckon Liz Truss is sacking Crazy Kwarteng. Again, the Daily Mail website, because we're reading the Daily Mail site, so you don't have to remember that, folks, says Truss to sack Kwazy. Whereas LBC, they've actually gone in feet first and said she's already sacked him. So it's a developing story. Apparently, yeah, he had to fly back from the US. And there's going to be a 2 p.m. press conference where she goes, I quit. And Boris comes marching back on again to the sound of God Save the Queen or King or Land of Hope and Glory. Yeah, so it's all gone Pete Tong. But it's to quote Bill Clinton, it's the economy, stupid. You don't fuck with the economy, and they, I don't know what they were trying to achieve. I don't know what they were playing at. It's a delicate ecosystem. You can't go smashing the toy setup. You've got to, if you're going to make changes, it's got to be a gradual thing, especially after like 2 years of COVID nonsense. And the ramifications of the economic ripples that were created by stopping everything. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But some reckon that, like I said, I think I've said this before, that Truss probably hasn't even got 6 months. Some say, some of our own people in the Tory party says she won't even make Christmas because they're looking forward to doing a vote of no confidence on her already. We've had nothing but political upheaval for the last 12 years. There's not been any political stability since Gordon Brown messed it all up. Oh well, there we go. Meanwhile, eco-protesters, just stop oil, they've done it again. What did they do today? Now again, I reserve the use of the word hate. I reserve the use because it's a strong word. There's a lot of mojo when it comes to the word hate, but I hate these fuckers because they threw a can of tomato soup over Van Gogh's picture of the sunflowers, and here they are. Mind you, Gary Newman, he's good to see him getting out a bit, isn't it? But yeah, a horsewhipping isn't good enough. One of them's Phoebe Plummer. What is worth more, art or life? Is it worth more than food, more than justice? Are you more concerned about the protection of a patent or the protection of our planet and people? Just enough to put you in a bad mood, isn't it? Just annoying. Oh, wait a minute. This is bad news. Our mate Putin. Remember Putin? The despot from Russia? Apparently. Right. Satellite pictures. This is, again, I've got where have they come from? I don't know if these are Israeli satellite pictures. Yeah, these are Israeli intelligence. Now I don't know what all this means because I'm just an idiot, but there's some pictures of some airplanes. These are pictured at the Alina Air Base in the Russian Kola Peninsula, and apparently these are, was it 4 Tu-160 Blackjack fighters, right? Okay, but they've been joined by 3 Tu-95 Bears. Those are the low ones there, and I think those are the bombers, aren't they? And for those who don't know, the Alina Air Base is right on the coast of, like near the coast of Finland there, sorry, not the border. That's the coast. That's the border. So you can see why Finland wanted to join NATO. It's, quick, sharp. And it's like, they reckon that this could be, him saber rattling, nuclear attack. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, won't it? It'll be fine. We'll just ignore it. It'll go away. We'll just. It was the National Television Awards last night, apparently, and Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby, they won an award for something. I didn't watch it. But what happened? Everybody booed them. They went, boo, Mr. Burns. I'm sure that's what they were shouting, Mr. Burns, Simpsons reference. And they left. They left because this was at London's OVO Arena in Wembley, wasn't it? I remember what that was called, London Wembley Arena. Do you remember that, Wembley Arena? That's OVO Arena. That's all because they jumped the queue for the Queen's, lying in state. Shocking, isn't it? Royal Mail will axe 10,000 full-time staff as bosses blame strike action for £350 million losses. It's a picture of some strikers from the Communication Workers Union. There we go. It was funny the other day. I was explaining to my daughter how we used to have 2 posts. I said, yes, Verity, imagine a time where before I went to school, we'd get a post. Yeah, we'd get the post would come through the door. And then at lunchtime, when I was having my lunch, because I go home for lunch, there'd be a second post around 1 p.m. Can you imagine a time where there was 2 guaranteed posts a day? And she looked at me incredulous, like I spoke about, I don't know, Shergar riding Nessie chasing a unicorn. But yeah, Now I covered this the other week. Everyone's gone trans at the moment, and everyone's trans. And there's a charity called Mermaids, which again was sending chest binders out to girls without parental knowledge, permission. And they're going to be, they're supposed to be. People have been pressuring. Is it Yorkshire Police, West Yorkshire Police, right, to investigate them. But it's turned out that West Yorkshire Police were trained by Mermaids in trans issues in 2019, and are on board, because a lot of these, the police and schools and everywhere have been infiltrated by them. Because you do know there's gender spectrum. Have you heard of the gender spectrum? Yeah, all right. And so West Yorkshire Police have refused to comment on whether they will be investigating them, but they've already, been infiltrated by Mermaids. Sounds funny when like that. Oh dear. Women are better than crosswords than men? No? Researchers from the University of Bergen in Norway have analysed 168 studies in differences in verbal fluency and memory between men and women, and found there's a small but robust female advantage. It's because they won't bloody stop talking. That's why. Oh. Somebody on the twits. Meanwhile, Henry Beasley was on a 29-hour flight from New Zealand to Germany, and he decided to document it, and it's on TikTok, and yeah, basically there was a baby crying throughout the entire 11,000-mile flight. He managed to carry on. These are just screenshots from the video. But there should be a cabin. There should be like a compartment at the end of the plane which is soundproofed, which everybody who's, I don't know, got a cough, chatterer, you know those people that chatter, just noisy people, and babies should all be put in. There you go. But yeah, well done Henry, for making it through that 29-hour flight. Oh, we've got another landlady from Hell story here. This is Fazana Kauser. She looks so innocent from the end. Look, she looks so innocent, but she is she's facing jail because she's been found guilty of keeping a 60-year-old vulnerable woman as a slave, who she physically assaulted and verbally abused while she cooked, cleaned and looked after her 3 young children. There we go. Yeah, she. For several years, Jacqueline Whittington, who was also who was 60, was forced to act as a domestic servant for Vazana Kauser, 58. Lou's Crown Court had heard. She controlled almost everything she did. She kept her benefits money and attacked the mother of 4, smashing her glasses. And yeah, Kauser herself was a landlady who owned several expensive properties in Brighton and London. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? She's also been found guilty of perverting the course of justice. Oh, let's hope she gets sent down. You see, this is it. There's a lot of modern day slavery going on. You know, it's usually vulnerable people that get, you know, ensnared by these scumbags. You know, it's yeah, it's not good. It's not good out there. You've got to be very, very careful. Meanwhile, more court news. Ping. The old Twitter's pinging like no one's business. I've captured their imagination. This is the story of Jessica Matthews. Let's have a look at her. Watch out. She's on sticks. She's on sticks. What's she been up to? It's another drink driver. The 26-year-old was found asleep at the wheel of a car with the engine running. This was in Rochdale, Sandbrook Retail Park in Rochdale on July the 15th. She'd been binge drinking and was drunk on gin and tonic, and she fell asleep watching a movie on Netflix in her car. Officers noticed a bottle of gin and tonic on the passenger seat of her hatchback car. She tested. She had 136 milligrams of alcohol in 100 millilitres of breath, which the legal limit, of course, is 35 milligrams. So, yeah. So she's been banned from the roads for 1 year, which is nice, isn't it? And we do have some duck face. Must be a Facebook post. There you are. That's her in duck face mode. So there you go. If you're going to get caught, yeah, don't. Oh dear. Let's have a look in the funny folder. This is the story of a wedding. You could say it's a bit of a wedding from hell. She's anonymous. This grandmother, she was 60 years old, and she was explained on. This was a stamp out spiking website, social media. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's an organisation called Stamp Out Spiking. They've released this story of how she was at a wedding, and the cupcakes at the wedding had all been spiked with cannabis, and people were falling ill all over the place, and she fell unconscious for 12 hours, at the celebration in Torquay in Devon. Yeah, the grandmother recalled being completely oblivious to what had taken place after the cupcakes were placed on the table. The woman who wanted to remain anonymous says, "My sister-in-law told me afterwards she had trouble finding my pulse and I was grey in colour. I was completely oblivious to what was going on. Woke up 3 a.m. the following day in hospital." Reflecting on the chaos, they said that one child was about to pick up one of the cupcakes, but fortunately the child's parents managed to stop them, which could have been horrific for them. And they never found out who did it. Much to the bride and groom's annoyance, the perpetrator fled the reception, and there we go. God blimey, got to be careful. Got to be careful, haven't you? No? But if you're in a restaurant, you could say this is a bit of a consumer tip, or is it? Because the way I'm going to present, I'm going to be clever with the story. I'm going to present it as one thing, and then I'm going to do the old, bait and switch, and then turn it into another. Right? Are you with me on this? Cool. Have you heard about the cost of living? Have you seen the price alert pack? Well, this is one way of getting your meals for free. If you're out and you're enjoying a meal, right, follow this woman, because what she does, right, is she's out having a meal and she gets a bit of plastic from her bra and then puts it in her curry. Yeah, see, watch that again. Look, see, she gets the plastic out. She's got a little bit of plastic, right, and then puts it in the curry. You wouldn't even notice, right? And she did this to get the bill cleared. 170 quid restaurant bill, right? And of course then there's a big brouhaha about payment. Oh, you're not going to do this. But restaurant owner Nassim Khan said the family of 5 had wolfed down their food at the popular curry house Namji in Milton Keynes on Monday afternoon. But CCTV footage showed the woman appearing to put the wrapper from a cigarette packet that she had inside her bra into a bowl of chicken curry. And Mr. Khan has got the police investigating now. So yeah, there we go. That's one way to try and get the cost of living down. It's not an honest way. But yeah, a spokesman for Thames Valley Police said at around 8:30 a.m. today, we received a report of theft at Namji restaurant at Marble Gate, Milton Keynes. Our officers are investigating. Anyone with information should call 101 and make a report on our website. So there you go. So yeah, the owner, Miss Khan, says she's worried now that more people are going to try it on. It's not good, is it? It's not good. Meanwhile, this is a very interesting story. This is from the parish council of Potto in North Yorkshire, right? They've got a problem with one of the council. He's an ex-councillor, Jerry Woodhouse. Here's his picture. What's he been up to? Well, he's gone a bit complaint crazy. He bombarded the local council with 366 complaints, and has ended up triggering an audit that will cost every house in the little village £500 to Yeah, there's a £37,000 bill after an audit was triggered thanks to his harassment, his stalking. He filed hundreds of pedantic complaints and freedom of information requests, including he included describing members of the council as hapless, inept and corrupt. And police have been forced to intervene. The sheer volume of objections, which amount to 1,500 pages, was so unusual that an external audit was triggered, which the council are going to have to pay for, which again will be passed on to the locals. And there's only a population of 324 people with 120 households. So there you go. he's one of those, and this is welcome to Potto. Please complain carefully. I think the sign says, doesn't it? Doesn't it say that? Please complain carefully. So you wouldn't want to live there. You'd be potty to want to live in Potto. I think he's a little bit Potto. But Jerry Woodhouse, who owns the business, in engineering sector, says he does not confirm that he is the serial complainer. But in December 2019, he was described as a vexation complainer by a judge sitting on a tribunal. So all fingers are pointing to Mr. Woodhouse. They're all looking at him. So yeah, it's not good, is it? It's not good. That's not good at all. Let's see if there's any more. That was in my funny folder. I'm just going back to the main news. Back to the main news now. It was all full of National Television Award stuff. Where are we? I mean, this isn't going to be an animal story, but I think this is Cheshunt World of Adventure, a theme park in the UK. It's in southwest London, and yeah, something really bad happened. The capybara population, and this is a capybara. There you go. There's an investigation because the entire population dropped dead. They all died. Yeah. 3 of the animals died last month, and they still don't know. And the zoo has no plans to bring any new capybaras in until their deaths have been solved. But yeah, they look like kind of like they've got faces like guinea pigs, but they're bigger than that. These are quite large animals, aren't they? But yeah, nobody knows how and why they died. The 3 capybara. See, somebody asked them a question. Kyle, he wanted to know if he could feed them, and they said no, because they're being investigated. Oh, did somebody kill them? Was it a hit job? Were the lions jealous of the capybara? Who knows? Who knows? We'll never know. But yeah, this is a follow-up to yesterday's story about the family who sold their mansion that they won in a maze lottery. Do you remember this place? They won it for 25 quid stake. Here they are, the Palmer family. They've actually revealed today why they sold up. They sold up because the seaside community where the mansion is in Cornwall is a bit too posh for them, and they just don't fit in, you know. So that's why you can now own it for more than 25 quid. It's 4 million it's up for. Meanwhile, Cycling Mikey, he's a YouTuber. That's Mike Van Earp, who looks like this. He's one of these idiots who he rides a bike and has cameras all over him. He goes around harassing motorists, and I'm not a fan of motorists, but he tried it on. Here we go. This is his video where he tried to. Oops, that's not a very good screenshot. I'll have to play the whole video. Wait a minute, let me get it queued up. But yeah, he came across Paul Lyon Maris, who he's a lawyer, and he's represented lots of celebrities. And so this is the thing when you try and this is what you see. Oops, there's a little collision here, and he says, "No, what are you doing? You know, what are you doing?" So the guy's just keeps moving. He's on his bonnet. The cyclist is on his bonnet, but the jury It's because he has a history of getting Frank Lampard and Chris Eubank convicted of driving issues. Yeah, this guy threw himself on the bonnet of Paul Lyon-Maris's car, and they found that he was in the wrong. Yeah, so it was good. He claims to have caught more than 2,000 offenders since strapping on his helmet cam. But yeah, a jury cleared Paul Lyon-Maris of dangerous driving and common assault because they reckon he threw himself on the bonnet. Yeah, and was carried on the bonnet for 60 feet. Ping. But yeah, so there you go. Don't get on the bonnet. But we're going health news now. Again, I don't know. This is ping. God, my text is going off like. Oh, it's my daughter. She's. Can you take a picture of yourself from the front? My teacher asked because I went from the front and not the side. And you have to look monotone. Okay. Okay. Can you give me a minute as I'm live streaming? Anyway, it's like health news. Health news. Doctors have said, men, you need to stop. You need to stop this one thing. What thing? What do we need to do? You need to stop using metal penis rings. Apparently, here's a picture. Here's a picture of one on, I guess that's Amazon. That's not. No, that's not. It's called I don't even want to go there. But here's one being handled on eBay. Don't worry, it's not my eBay listing. But apparently you can buy these things and you can wrap them around the old man. I wouldn't know anything about this. And it's supposed to aid you, keep enthused, as it were. But one doctor, Dr. Richard Viney, who's a consultant urology surgeon at Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Birmingham, has said, don't use them. He says, whilst they may be made for the purpose of penile constriction, rings will always have an elastic quality to them. Those are I guess they're the rubber ones, and this allows for their ease of deployment and removal. Non-elastic materials such as metal or hard plastics should be avoided. The danger with these is they will interfere with the natural drainage of blood in such a way that it will the old man will swell excessively beyond the ring, and then you have to have it cut off, like we've seen before. You see, this is what we see. They're using an angle grinder here. Look, an angle grinder and bolt cutters. One slip, and Arthur becomes Martha. Oh, so guys, don't use metal penis rings. All right. There needs to be some sort of. There's loads of pictures of them. They look like curtain rings, don't they? There needs to be some sort of. I don't know. Rock star concert. We'll call it Cockade. There you go. These jokes are getting worse. Have I done enough yet? Have I done enough damage? I don't feel like I've done enough damage yet. But use the rubbery ones or the plastic ones. Don't use the metal ones, because you'll end up with like a blood sausage. Blood sausage. Eh? No. I don't know if there are any animals. I want to end on an animal story. This is good. This is a good one. This is Mario Canales. Right? He is the president of Mexico's hunting federation, and he was in Argentina, right, hunting. Right, 100 feet away from a buffalo. I've got to get the video queued up. Right? But yeah, they're hunting. Here we go. They're hunting a buffalo. Right? Here we go. Oh, get the right button. Yeah, buffalo wins. Buffalo wins, everyone. Because obviously it didn't kill them. It didn't. Well, it did. They eventually did, but the buffalo got him and killed him. Yeah, the 64-year-old who was well, they reckon he was an explorer. He's the president of the Mexican Hunting Federation. Was taken out by the buffalo, but unfortunately, he had friends, and the buffalo got killed. Unfortunately, so we'll call that one a draw. We'll call that one a draw. Oh, it wasn't a good animal story, was it really? That was in Entre Rios in Argentina last Friday. Ooh, fancy. The autopsy revealed he suffered from multiple rib and sternum fractures as well as blows to the abdomen. Oh, that's a shame. Ah, well, let's see if there's anyone in the chat. Fasano's in. He's having my morning coffee and listening to Dan read the Daily Mail, so I don't have to. I'm doing a bit of a bad job of it because I've just been on for ages talking about the new Eno album, so my mouth's a little bit dry. Tommy says, just got word that my dear friend Dennis Cockle, the legendary tattoo artist, died this morning. Don't reckon you guys have ever heard of him, but in the rock and roll tattoo world, he's huge. Dennis Cockle. No, I don't know. If I know, I did watch a few tattoo things back in the day. There used to be. Let me have a look. Let me have a look at him, because I might have seen him in a documentary. Oh yeah, he's tattooing Steve Jones here and that. Mind you, he looks he's a bit of a mature fella, yeah? He's tattooed everyone, isn't he? Yeah, there we go. Oh well. Well, at least his art lives on until all those people die, I suppose. But yeah, ooh, where am I? There we go. Harry's. Oh, he's given me money. I like it. $4.49. Thanks, Harry. He says, "All right, Darren, how are we packing for a week's worth of gigs starting this evening? So coffee time is very welcome. Well, good luck with the gigs, and I hope you don't catch the vid. Hopefully, was it you playing Wembley Arena, OVO Centre? Yeah." Good then. I hope you've got a good rider. See, I know what I'm talking about. Harry says, my grandma went out the window. How are we? It doesn't. I don't. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. We all have brain farts. It's all right. Payne says, good afternoon. I wasn't half cross of those soup wasters. Coming at a bit of a different angle there. Waste of a good soup. I just think, come on. It's a beloved piece of artwork. And, to do that is just obscene. There's other ways. There are plenty of other ways. I could have understood it if Van Gogh or Van Gogh or whatever you want to call him, if he was around today, drilling holes everywhere. But he's not. Crimson says, morning, Chicago. Hello. Super says, I hope that's stainless still. Looks it, doesn't it? Bondi says, mine's triple that size. You wear it around your neck. The Classic Album Review's in. Classic Album Review. He's got loads of subs. He gets views. You should go and watch him, because people like him. People like him. Go and watch his channel. I've seen these videos suggested to me. I've never watched them because I'm the best. Don't forget all the rest. But go and watch Classic Album Reviews, because he won't annoy you, and he'll say all the things you want him to say, whereas I won't. I'm just saying that. I don't know. I've never watched your stuff, but thanks for popping by. Tommy says, Dennis tattooed Sex Pistols. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, on the when I did a search for him. House shop in Finchley Road and Walker's Court in Soho. Thanks for looking him up. I may have seen him on documentaries, because there was a series of, because I find that tattooing, not that I ever have tattoos, because I think only sailors should have tattoos. I'm of that mind. I find it quite an interesting art form, especially when they do the photorealistic ones. But so I was kind of watching a few documentaries about it back in the day, when they were on, and I may have seen him. I may have done. I may not have done. I might be talking bollocks as usual. Classic says, "We love you, Dad. I love you too. Mwah, big smooches. I'm the best. Oh, damn straight, I'm the best." Just nobody wants to watch me. Harry says he's got loads of subs. He has, but it's views what count. I had views once. I had subs. I had views. But anyway, it's been a whole week of coffee time, everyone. Isn't that amazing? But if you stick around, I've got the review of the new Brian Eno album coming up. And if you've been really naughty, I'll even might do the new Red Hot Chili Peppers album as well. If you've been really naughty, because you need punishment. Because I feel like I've been punished. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you had some fun. And we'll do this all again soon. All right? Have a good weekend. Keep your nose clean. And that's that. It's coffee time. Weren't bad, was it, missus? Weren't bad. I wonder what we're having for lunch. Mystery lunch. I'll have to find out. Ta-ta. Drink it up.